Hey guys, I'm here today because I bought some fine color markers from Express, and I thought I would compare them with some Copic markers today. Here's my set. It is specifically a skin tone set. That is what they advertise it as. And I bought the 36 count set, which is I think the biggest one you can get. You can also buy them in like 12 count sets, and it's nice because this one actually comes in a plastic case. Most of the time when you buy fine color markers, they're in a black bag, which is still nice because you still have something to put them in. I do just like this one because you can take them out. They're standing up on their own. So specifically, why I want to compare these with Copic markers is, number one, when you usually get the fine color markers, they have a number system, so you can like number things off when you're doing a swatch, so you can swatch everything out and still find what you're looking for really easily. But their naming system is usually just some sort of code that I don't really understand, but it's a code as opposed to a name. But I've noticed that with a lot of the skin tones, a lot of them actually have like full names. Like you see pinkish white, flesh, silk, and you can tell that I've pulled some out, and what it is I found that a lot of these names actually corresponded with Copic names. So the ones that I've pulled out are the ones that I have the corresponding Copic markers to with the same names. So I assume that they created this set to be very similar to Copic markers in terms of like the coloring and how they come out. So I really wanted to see how that actually compares. What I have here is just a piece of marker paper. I do also have like what I draw in the most, which is my Canson, I believe this is a Canson, yeah, my Canson mixed media book. So as you can see, I've actually like just swatched around. I do have like a sheet of paper that I've actually done a swatch on, but that's okay. I'm gonna do one just for this. And so another reason why I wanted to compare these is I know a lot of people have already gotten like fine color markers, and they're really nice. I really like them, and you can get them for really cheap. But I got the specific one because if you see, it has a brush tip, just like how the Copic has a brush tip, and I really like that. This is the EF102 style marker, so it comes with a brush tip. It's not a bullet chisel. It is a brush chisel, just like how the Copic is. But I am a sucker for brush tips, so that is why I bought this brand, and I just wanted to see how it turned out. But yeah, you can tell like they're both like the same. I don't know, I feel like the fine color might be like just a touch bigger, but generally they're like pretty much the same size. We'll see how nicely it works. So here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Copics on one side and then the fine colors on the other. But just to, again, show off, like, you can see that the fine color, it's $3.73 and it's called Floral White, and as we all know, the Copic E0000 is also called Floral White. So we're going to do the Copics on one side. This one is probably going to be a little hard to see just because Floral White is so pale. I'm not sure how well my camera's going to take it. I only have my phone to record on right now. I used to have a camera, but that died on me. So now I am stuck with a phone until I can afford to buy another camera. Okay, so I do have like a range of markers. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to speed this part of the video up while I just swatch them all out for you to see. But I'll show like the tips of each marker so that you can see that the names do correspond. Okay, so one quick thing about the last two that I'm gonna swatch. So when I bring it up here, it's gonna actually have different names. This is Baby Skin Pink, and this is Soft Sun. But the old, I don't know if this is the old name or if this is the new name, but I do know that E21 is Baby Skin Pink. Like, you can go somewhere and when you get it, it's Baby Skin Pink, or maybe maybe it used to be called Baby Skin Pink and they now call it Soft Sun. But I know if you look for it online, I think Soft Sun is the new name. But I know if you look for online and you look for E21, it'll also come up as Baby Skin Pink. So we're still going to try that out. Let's see. So here we go. And then the last ones that I'm going to swatch have slightly different names, but I still thought like maybe they were still corresponding to each other. So the copic is called Pinkish White, and then the fine colored is called Pinkish Vanilla. So I figured that's probably similar enough that I can still compare them to each other. Alright, so now that we've got it all down, if you look, they're actually all very similar until you get to like the very end. So it was Pinkish White and Pinkish Vanilla. They actually do look completely different. They're both like nice and pale. They're actually both colors I really like. But this one seems to have like a more peachy, maybe slightly yellow undertone, which I guess calling it vanilla would be about right. And then like the Pinkish White is obviously like a slightly softer, cooler version. So that seems about right. But if you look, all the other ones actually, like once they've dried, seem to correlate pretty close to each other. It's all like really good. I was a little bit worried about the burnt umber, since like in the fine color, like its cap is actually like very like milky, like it's like a milk chocolate brown. And then like on the copic, it's actually like very, very dark. But like once you actually swatch it, it's actually really dark. This is, for me, I would say this is a pretty good color comparison. So I would assume that the other ones that have the same copic names, they probably do look like the other copics once you've, oh hey, there's a pinkish white right here that I've completely missed. I don't know how I missed that. So let's actually try that out. I'll just put the Pinkish Vanilla back. Actually think it goes over here. Okay, so I do have a Pinkish White. I'm going to swatch that right quick. I'm just going to do it right under so you can see them next to each other. And it is definitively much more similar than the Pinkish Vanilla is. I'm not sure that I still think they're exactly the same, but they're close enough that I think it would work. But yeah, so back to what I was saying before I realized my mistake, is that I think they actually do look quite a lot like the Copic ones. So this would be like a really good set. I bought my set off of AliExpress, I said, and I happened to get mine for about $55. I think it's just depending on like if you can find it for that price. That would bring like the markers to like about $1.50 per marker, which is a really good price. I think a better, more real, like that's, I think that's like if you could find it for that price, that would be like probably the lowest price point you could get it at. I think a more realistic idea is that you're probably gonna end up paying about $175, $180 a marker, because I do know that if you go to the finecolour store on AliExpress, they sell them in sets of 12, and it's a little bit more expensive than, I think you're looking to get them more around $180. I don't remember exactly, but it was a little bit more expensive. I got it from a different seller off of AliExpress that had the full 36 package. So, but I think this is really good. So again, as I was saying before, if you look, there are other colors in here that have same names as the Copic ones. Like I know there's a milky white, there's a raw silk, there's regular silk. There are these other colors. I just don't have these other colors in the Copics so that I could side by side swatch them for you. But this would be great, especially if you are wanting to try out the fine colors. Like you can't afford the Copics, but you want a brush tip markers, but you want like the Copic color scheme. Like I always figured like for a good skin tone set, I would dish out the money for the Copics. But this is a really good alternative if you don't already have some, or if you just want to like try out a different brand. The fine colors, again, I think is really good. They now have like a brush tip. That's why they are more expensive, because I know if you get like the other fine colors that are just a chisel tip and a bullet tip, they are a lot cheaper. Again, that's just me. I am one for brush tips. That's why I've got them. So I think this turned out really good. I may do another video where I just color with these. Do a side-by-side comparison where I actually full-on color up like two same pictures and just test them out. Because as well as this skin tone set, I actually did buy the full set of fine color markers that are available. It is technically not the full set. They have a lot of colors, but they do not have all those colors in stock. I bought like pretty much all of what they did have in stock. But that's fine. So if I can find like good correlating colors, I might do one where I actually color them. So I think we're at the end of our video now. I hope you guys enjoy, have a good, found that this was like really informative. I think like I was really surprised when I found these, so I thought it would be a nice thing to share. So before you guys go, I did just want to say like one or two things. I know it's been like almost a year since I uploaded another video. That's just due to me. I wasn't really on a regular schedule before anyways, and then I just got busy with real life. But I want to start recording videos again, because as well as not recording videos, I haven't really drawn as much as I wanted to last year. But now I have free time again. I do want to start drawing. In the whole of the year though, I have acquired a lot of markers. And I have a lot of markers from a lot of different brands. Anybody who's watching this, if you guys would like to see me do a comparison of all the markers I have, like a little, like one or two from each brand, and then I can just show you guys quick preview. Like this is like my swatch paper for like my colors. Like this is a whole bunch of different brands. This is like my Copics. This is the Copics I have. And then I also have like the fine color. I have like the fine color set, so this is like that set. If anybody wants to see that, you just put a comment on here and I will maybe do a video on that. In the meantime, you guys enjoy and have a good day. I will see you guys later. Thank you.